Hey everybody, it's Mike Frieder here with On-Call Compliance Solutions, and I'm back with another compliance tip of the week. Today we're talking about NIST SP 800-171 Control 3.13.12. A lot of numbers in there. Prohibit remote activation of collaborative computing devices and provide indication of devices in use to users present at the device. This is it's got to be one of my favorite controls, and I'll tell you why. Because if you ask me what a remote activation of a collaborative computing device is, I would have no idea what on earth that is. I mean, really, like we had to literally spend 2.5 weeks on the phone calling up the people in Washington, D.C., trying to figure out who on earth wrote something in this garbled gray area language. I don't get it. You know, maybe, I don't know, maybe most people are smarter than I am. I can't quite figure it out. But what in the world is a collaborative computing device? Turns out it's a webcam. Turns out it's a microphone. It's just not more complicated than that, right? So now, like if I was to just reread this standard with simple words, right? I'm a simple guy, right? Prohibit remote activation of microphones and webcams and provide indication of those devices when they're in use. Dude, that makes all the sense in the world. Cool, there's already a light on it. I'm staring at a camera right now and the light's staring back at me. I can tell it. Boom, I know I'm being recorded. This makes sense. Yeah, collaborative computing device. I don't know, man. It could be a driving simulator for all I know. Who knows? Anyway, with a little bit of simplified explanation, that's actually what it means. So how do we answer it? The first thing to understand is, okay, again, every microphone I've ever seen usually has an indicator button. Same thing with the webcams, right? You got the little LED light next to it. All webcams have this. I've never seen a webcam that doesn't have it. Same thing with the microphones. They've all got some indication that it's on or in use or hot, right? If it's a microphone. For my friends in the news and recording industry, my camera guy's like shaking his head, right? Got the head bob going. Look, every device has that, okay? Why they've got to have a compliance control around it, I get it though, I do, right? Because, you know, the last thing you want is to be, you know, discussing, you know, crazy defense secrets, right? A la Mark Zuckerberg and his duct tape over his webcam, and all of a sudden somebody's listening on your conversation. So, okay, fine, fair enough. We got a control about it. We probably could have figured out some simpler way to word it. I don't know, whatever. But again, sometimes we got to future-proof stuff. Maybe we had to future-proof it. Look, I think it's already hard enough to understand this stuff. It's probably even harder to listen to me tear apart the wording of it. But you're probably just as frustrated as I am, so I'm going to lay it on you. Look, here's a sample answer, right? Here's a freebie. Implemented. No remote activation of collaborative computing devices is possible without MFA and multiple layers of user authentication. All collaborative computing devices have indication of some kind, i.e. LED lights, sounds, aliens beaming down to tell you that it's in use, that are present while in use, okay? So, and again, why is it such a concern about the remote activation? Well, look, I can turn on the webcam if I'm remoted into a machine. That's a fact, right? But at least I've got an indicator that it's happened. So there are good reasons for this control. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying we probably could have worded it a little bit easier, and you know, that sort of thing. So again, hey, if you're struggling if you're struggling with this stuff like we did years and years and years ago to try to figure out what on earth it meant for our amazing defense contractor clients, you're not alone. You're not alone, and you don't have to be alone. It's a lonely place to be. If you're trying to get compliant with DFARS, NIST SP 800-171, or CMMC on your own, and you're looking for some help and you're looking for a friend, we can talk over collaborative computing devices. Our experts are always on call for you. Visit NIST800-171compliance.com or check out the bio below for links to make life easy. There you can find more information about how we can help, self-schedule time at your convenience with our compliance experts through any form on the website, or learn more about how we can help you completely do this for you, with you, done for you, whatever it is. It takes us 2 to 3 days, and that's when we work with you, and that's what we're going to make happen. If you've been banging your head against the wall for like 6 to 18 months, you're not alone. We can do it a whole lot sooner than that. If you love the content we're putting out or our bad jokes, help us out with a big thumbs up on that like button, or even better, smash the subscribe button to get the latest compliance content as soon as our compliance nerds roll it out. It's a great way to stay prepared for that upcoming CMMC certification. Everybody's going to have to eventually get through it. And until the next compliance tip, my friends, stay collaborative and hit us in the comments below to let us know what you'd like to know more about when it comes to webcams and microphones. I'll see you on the next one.